In 1997, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was published and could be found in bookstores around the world. However, in a few years, the story would expand to more than merely the form of a novel. The series as a whole has sold over 500 million copies and has been adapted into over 70 different languages. These record-breaking statistics make Harry Potter the best-selling book series of all time. Unlike many different franchises, the 7 books have complete continuity from one story to the next. Each book is an extension of the previous one. After the release of the novels, followed by the release of the movies, the franchise began to gain spreadability. However, Rowling began to develop this franchise, turning the experience of spreadability into one of drillability. After publishing Harry Potter, Rowling came out with 3 additional books that appear throughout the series: Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Quidditch Through the Ages, and The Tales of Beedle the Bard. By pulling out these small aspects of the Harry Potter story, Rowling was able to create an actual world for the readers. Published using the original authors' names as pseudonyms, these books took the wizarding world and brought it into the real world. Later, Rowling published a short prequel to the Harry Potter series, describing a scene from the adolescence of Harry's father and godfather. While short, this story worked to fill in some of the questions of the world before Harry's story began. Recently, Rowling also answered questions of Harry's future through a short story written in the format of a newspaper article. The article is written under the name Rita Skeeter, a reporter who appears throughout the original Harry Potter series. These 2 examples highlight just the beginning of Rowling's plan for multiplicity within the franchise. After the release of the final movie, Rowling developed an interactive site that took participants through the different books while providing them with the chance to practice spells and potions, duel other players, earn house points, and even be sorted. This world-building experience, called Pottermore, acted as an interactive story providing users with background information on different characters, objects, animals, or events from the original series. This world was a way for fans to completely immerse themselves in the world of Harry Potter, and from this, and the movies, different forms of extractability came to form. An entire theme park was created in Universal Studios based off of different locations in the story, and an exhibit was opened in New York City displaying different props and costumes from the filming of the movies. Additionally, the entire sets are open in London to studio tours, and platforms 9 and 10 at King's Cross Station are now host to a platform 9 3/4 sign, along with a trolley halfway enveloped in the barrier. These interactive and physical aspects of the books are things that give fans an extra piece of the world to take back with them. As the seriality progressed, different aspects of this world came together to help influence the participatory fan culture that came out of the series. For Harry Potter, these things include fanfiction, fan art, chat rooms, blogs, Twitter pages, and the largest Harry Potter convention in the world, LeakyCon. LeakyCon features discussions from J.K. Rowling herself, different cast members, and experts on the novels. Harry Potter bands, such as Harry and the Potters, Ministry of Magic, and Remus and the Lupins perform for crowds of people, and different interpretive shows, such as the Potter Puppet Pals, draw large crowds. These groups and events draw a large fan base through social media outlets such as YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. LeakyCon's Instagram account currently has over 7,000 followers, and the original Potter Puppet Pals video on YouTube has over 154 million views.
Kind of catchy. Snipe, snipe, Severus Snape, 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 Severus Snape.
Dumbledore!
Snape.
Individuals, such as Team StarKid, become internet famous by interpreting the stories that have been written before and presenting them in a new and innovative way. Team StarKid is comprised of a group of adults that work together to write a musical parody of the Harry Potter story, which they titled A Very Potter Musical. Because of this, they have launched tours, DVDs, concerts, and an entire merchandise line based off of the popularity that one media franchise granted them.
I've just been putting anybody who looks like a good guy into Gryffindor, anybody who looks like a bad guy into Slytherin, and the other 2 can just go wherever the hell they want.
Hufflepuffs are particularly good finders.
What the hell is a Hufflepuff?
While the original, author-based outlets of media pertaining to a franchise are crucial to the telling of the story, they are far from the only important part. Fan-based interpretations are just as important because they engage the same audience. They force fans to think about a series in a way that may not have occurred to them before or may have been presented in a new way. When it comes down to it, all of these different pieces are helping to build a world. And whether they come from the author, a group of people on YouTube, or a regular reader, these aspects are what help to tell the story and what help to give it meaning to each individual. This meaning given is why the transmedia aspect of a story is so important to the fans and to the authors.